You know, a few days ago, I came out pretty strongly against the idea of a 50-year mortgage, and the logic was solid, the math was solid, the advice was solid, but there was something missing, something I only saw clearly after reading a new national survey from badcredit.org. It turns out that roughly 45% of Americans say they would consider a 50-year mortgage. Let me pause on that. 45%, almost 1 in 2 people. And when you dig into the numbers, more than half of millennials would consider it. Think about that. People in their 30s and 40s, young families, early careers, carrying student loans, trying to save, trying to build a life. They feel so locked out of home ownership that a 50-year mortgage sounds like a lifeline. And listen, I get it. Affordability is not a headline. It is a pressure, a daily pressure for renters, for young families, for people starting out. We talk about interest rates and inventory and inflation, but what people feel is the gap between where they are and where they are trying to go. Now, I still stand by my original position. A 50-year mortgage slows equity. It increases total interest. It extends debt into periods of life where people deserve freedom. It behaves a lot like an interest-only loan, except without the clarity and transparency that an interest-only loan provides. But here is the part that matters. This conversation is not really about the product. It is about the pain. And if almost half of Americans say they would consider a 50-year mortgage, that is not a financial statement. That is an emotional statement. It means the traditional path feels out of reach. And this is where we, as mortgage professionals, as advisors, as people who understand this market, this is where we need to show more empathy. Because if someone is standing on the outside looking in, telling them they are wrong for wanting a doorway, that is not advice. That is a dismissal. So here is the healthier way to think about it. A 50-year mortgage is not a wealth-building tool, but it can be an entry tool, just like an interest-only loan. If we frame it honestly, if we explain the trade-offs, if we help buyers build a long-term plan, if we encourage consistent principal reduction over time, it can be used as a step, not a destination. And this is where advisory leadership makes all the difference. Instead of shaming the interest in a 50-year mortgage, let's listen to the emotion behind it. Instead of dismissing it, let's contextualize it. Instead of telling people what not to do, let's guide them toward what is possible, because the real issue here is affordability. America does not need longer mortgages. America needs more affordable homes. We need more supply, more entry-level construction, better zoning, better pathways into ownership. But while we push for those macro solutions, we also need to meet people where they are right now. If someone tells you they are exploring a 50-year mortgage, they are not asking for permission. They are asking for guidance. They are asking whether the American dream is still possible for them. And our answer should be, yes, it is still possible. Let's make a plan. Let's build a strategy. Let's find the right product for your situation. Let's do it in a way that serves your long-term financial freedom. At the end of the day, this conversation is not about a loan term. It is about the people trying to step into a better future. If we slow down, if we listen, if we guide, we will serve them well. Thank you for watching. If this sparked something for you, reach out on LinkedIn. And as always, thank you for being here.